Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another Steam Summer Sale video. So this time we are looking at interactive story driven games. These could be episodic in nature like the Telltale games, or sometimes they are split into chapters within a game, like within one game like Detroit Become Human or stuff like that. But generally there is minimal gameplay, it's more about the story and the choices you make, and occasionally when you have something it's usually QTE based events. So let's get into this first with the usual Telltale games. We start first with, of course, The Walking Dead, the Telltale Definitive series. So this is the entire bundle of all the Walking Dead seasons and everything compiled into one and remastered. So you have 4 seasons of the Clementine story, the 4 full seasons. There's a DLC and there's a separate mini series of 3 episodes called Michonne. All of this is included in this nice handy little bundle. 60% off, $20, $4.39 in India, £16 and $22.79 in Canada. Fantastic games. The first 2 seasons were my favorite. I've yet to finish the 4th season, so I can't say much about that. Even season 3 wasn't too bad, even though the focus had changed a little bit. But yeah, overwhelmingly positive as you can see here. If you still haven't played this, definitely pick this up. Next is another Telltale series. This is the Batman Telltale series. So they had 2 seasons. This is season 1. Batman games, and this is 65% off, $524 in the US, $174 in India, $419 in the UK, $7 in Canada. They also had the season 2, which is The Enemy Within, and this is also same price, $524, $174 and $419. Now they also have something called the Shadows edition, which is like a sort of remastered, and they've made it sort of black and white, more sort of artistic, you could say. And this is basically 74% off. But what they do is, this is like a separate DLC type thing that you can use with your game, and you can see here it becomes more artistic with black and white, reds being highlighted, stuff like that. So gives it a different perspective, I guess. Then of course we have The Wolf Among Us. This is my personal favorite of the Telltale games. Another 5 episodes based on the Fable comic books, where you have these fairy tale creatures living in modern day New York, and they have to fight themselves, and they have their own sort of law and or things like that. They have a sheriff who's the big bad wolf, and Snow White and other people. So interesting take on this fairy tales, and this is 65% off, same price, $524, $174. There is a season 2 announced, and it might come out soonish, so I'm looking forward to that. Then we have The Puzzle Agent. So older games, again by Telltale, and I have played this a long time ago. In fact, I did Let's Plays on the channel. A funny game where you are this guy called Nelson Tethers or something like that, and he's a puzzle agent. He works for the puzzle department in the FBI. So basically every bit of gameplay involves a small simple puzzle before you can proceed, and it had some charm to it and some humor, and I liked it. This is 75% off, only $124, 64 rupees 99 pence, 137 in Canada. There's a sequel as well, Puzzle Agent 2, which continues the story. So basically your guy goes to like a remote town or something, and he has to figure out what's going on there. And this is same price. Wait, is it same price? I'm not sure. 75% off, 124, 49 rupees 99 pence. Slight different prices, but yeah, get them both. They're quite funny. Next we have Tales of Monkey Island complete season. So I've only played the original Tales of Monkey Island games. This was again a Telltale made episodic 5 episode series. You can see it's more 3D style art. It's got positive reviews, so it's probably not that bad, but I have no experience of this. So this is 75% off, $374, 114 in India, $284 in the UK, $437 in Canada. Next we move on to the Life is Strange games. Of course these are very popular games as well, episodic. This is the remastered version of Life is Strange. This is 50% off, $20, 1,000 in India, 17 in the UK and 27 in Canada. You can get the original version as well, but unfortunately it's not on sale. Then we have Life is Strange season 2. Episode 1 of this is free, so you can try that out, and then you can buy the rest of the episodes, which are $319 each, $184 in India, and of course you can buy the whole pack, which is 68% off. I haven't played these games. I believe the second season is a story about different people. So yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. Next is the Descendant. This I have played and I mentioned it in another video. So this is a post-apocalyptic style game, 5 episodes. So what they've done is humanity's brightest and sort of most important people are put in like cryo sleep in something called an ark, and you are like one of the maintenance guys who are stationed to look after the people in the cryopods. And so these maintenance people take turns, sleep for decades or something, then wake up and somebody else takes charge, something like that. So yeah, I played this a few years ago, did a let's play as well. Interesting game again. So obviously there's other things going on, corruption and insider stuff. So yeah, like I said in my other videos, it's a mixture of Telltale and Fallout in some sense. So again, first episode is free, you can play that, but you can buy the whole season for very little money. 80% off, $3.95 in India, $2.19 in the UK, $3.39 in Canada. Next we have, of course, one of the newer games, Detroit Become Human, overwhelmingly positive, 93% almost. And there is a demo. This is also on a new low, apparently, this sale. So this is 50% off, still kind of expensive at $20, $9.49 in India, £15 and 22 in Canada. Next we have Beyond Two Souls, same publisher. This is one of their older games ported from PS3. This is 60% off, also has a demo. $8, $3.59 in India, $6.39 in the UK, $8.79 in Canada. And then of course, I think this is the first game they made, Heavy Rain. I've heard a lot about this game. I played the demo as well when it got ported to PC, but haven't actually played the whole thing. So this is once again same price, 60% off, $8, $3.59 in India, $6.39 in the UK. Next is King's Quest. So the famous King's Quest series got another sort of version in 2015, and this is more of a adventure point and click style game. Very nice looking art and voice acting and stuff like that. So you have 5 different chapters once again, and you follow this guy Graham, who's like the king, who's trying to become the king or something. And yeah, I've seen a bit of it. I think I played the first episode. If it's free, yes, it is free right now. So yeah, very interesting game, bit more sort of point and click in its gameplay, but still the same story driven structure. And this is 50% off, $12.49, $8.15 in India, £10, $12.49 in Canada. Next we have Dreamfall Chapters. So there was a game called Dreamfall The Longest Journey, and this is like the sequel, but it's made in the more episodic structure. Cyberpunk futuristic style game. Again, a series I've heard quite a bit about, but I don't think I've played, and I am sort of looking at this and thinking maybe I should give this a try at last. So this is like a remastered version, very cheap once again, 75% off, $6.24, $1.42 in India, $4.74 in the UK, $7 in Canada, $5.74 in the Eurozone. Next we have the Dark Pictures Anthology, Man of Medan. So another sort of choice-based horror game, and I've put this here because I think this is considered like the interactive stuff. It's not the episodic structure, but it is, I believe, divided into chapters and other things. So this is 67% off, $6.59, $2.63 in India, $5.60 in the UK, and $8.90 in Canada. Next is Remember Me. So I was initially hesitating to put this here because I have played this, but it is kind of structured in the episodic way. So you have chapters separating the story, and the gameplay is quick time based. Although there is more gameplay compared to the other games, you actually have to fight enemies and stuff like that. But it is not that hard, and if you lower the difficulty, it kind of becomes like a interactive story game, because story is kind of important, and it's made by not the people who made the Life is Strange game, so it is the same group of people, and I liked it quite a lot. In fact, like I said, I played this earlier in the year, and yeah, I played it on the little bit of harder difficulty, I think medium or normal or something. So there was a bit more fighting, and you have to use combos and with quick time events, but otherwise the story is the main focus here, and I was trying to get through the fights just to get to the story. So like I said, the story is the main part of the game. So this is 80% off, $6, $3.59 in India, $4.59 in the UK, $6 in Canada, $5.59 in the Eurozone. Next is a classic game, older game, Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy, and this is the remastered version. So another story-driven point-and-click game with quick-time events. And original game was, I think, from 2006 or something. This is from the 2015 remastered version. Still looks like the graphics are from back in the day. So, but it is at least not expensive. So this is 80% off, $2 only, 96 in India, 170 in the UK, and 259 in Canada. Next we have Ken Follett's The Pillars of the Earth. So this is again a visual novel style game, story based on the books of the same name. There are 3 books here, basically 3 episodes. They're quite long. It's set in the 12th century in England. It says here, in a time of poverty and war, a small town begins the construction of a cathedral to claim wealth and safety for its people. So yeah, the art style here looks very good. It reminds me of like old cartoons and stuff. So looks very good. Reviews are very positive. This has been given away free as well, so you may already have it. And this is very cheap once again, 90% off, $3.99 rupees, 179 in the UK, 299 in Canada, and 199 in the Eurozone. Next is The Lion's Song. So this is one game that I like personally. I don't know if most people are interested in this sort of thing. The art style, once again, is something I really like. It's that pixel art, but more detailed, more beautiful, you could say. And this is also set in a very unique setting. It's set around the turn of the last century in Austria, and it deals with different characters. There's like a mathematician, there's like a musician, and their stories are interconnected. I think there are 4 episodes here. First one is free. I have even played and done a let's play for this. And yeah, you can buy the season pass, which is 50% off, $4, $264 in India, $4 in the UK, $449 in Canada. And this was also free from Epic a couple of years ago. Have a look. I'm a big fan of this look they created for this game. Next is State of Mind. So another story-driven game set in the future, dystopian world, maybe cyberpunk in its look here. And you are like a journalist who is criticizing and gets in trouble, as you could expect. So yeah, looks good, and it's also quite cheap. Reviews don't seem to be that great here. And this is 90% off, $2 only, 48 in India, 169 in the UK, 269 in Canada, and 199 in the Eurozone. Then we have Thief of Thieves. So this is again an episodic game. There's season 1 here. I don't know if there's a season 2 planned for this, but it's made by the comic series by Robert Kirkman, published by Skybound, the same people who published the Telltale games, now the Walking Dead games, I mean. And yeah, it looks interesting. I think there may be a bit more gameplay here compared to the other games where you have to sneak around a little bit. But again, it is a story-based game. And yeah, it looks alright graphically. So this is once again very cheap, 85% off, $299, $79 in India, $232 in the UK, and $341 in Canada. And then we have Republique. So this is a game about government surveillance and stuff like that, cyberpunk setting, futuristic, all of that. And this was originally a paid game, but the publisher, they celebrated their 10th anniversary and they made the game permanently free. So here it is. So you can play this game. I think there are like 5 episodes or something in here, but it is completed now. It is completely free as well. So I do remember getting this. This was a paid game, but they made it free for everyone now. So this is your final game. Hopefully you found something interesting. I've tried to dig through this, and these games are harder to find because they don't have like a clear category. So I had to use my own sort of memory and look through my own library and remember what other people were saying. So yeah, let me know if there are more games like this. I can think of 1 or 2 more, but they were not on sale, so I didn't mention them. But yeah, this is an interesting category where you don't have too much gameplay and you can just enjoy the story more, I guess. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next with another video hopefully soon.